Yeah, almost.
Hello. Hello.
We are good to go.
Cookie, we looked it up, and implausible with an L is not a word.
That's implausible. This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. One of you two needs a shower. There's your hardware. You can force another player to answer immediately by hitting your screw button. If they miss it, you win extra bonus dollars. And the wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Sniff out our sponsors' wrong answer of the game, and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question one.
First question, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 1. Player 2. What are you implying exactly? Here's what you meant to pick. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But percent is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here we have, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona... Oh, you're screwed, Player 1. You got 5 seconds. Really? Player 2, you handle that screw very well. Don't stop there. Get some more cash. Player 2, the Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
This one's known as brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. That's how you screw, Player 1. Why not pick up a few more bucks? Player 1. The Count would be so disappointed. The correct answer is Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Up next, Duck, Duck, Swan? Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 2, cue the swan song. Player 1, Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Here's one for you. The man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. Player 2, why don't you play this dis or dat and see if you can catch up? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 1, try to lock in your answer before Player 2, because if Player 2 gets it wrong, but you get it right, you'll steal that cash. Cool, let's do it. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg falling from a fire escape. Arrested for falsely reporting egged a house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That'll bring an end to our first round. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And don't forget, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Let's get back to the action. Open wide for Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 2. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Want to see the answer? Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 1. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won the greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This wrong answer of the game has earned you a sweet 8,000 clams. Well done.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Take a stab at Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Players 1 and 2? You may not know how temperatures work. It's so obvious. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
How about Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
first spotted in 1879? Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 1. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 2. That answer has a hole in it. This one's called Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Players 1 and 2, this isn't going to go with dinner at all. Let me show you something. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. And now, I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30? Players 1 and 2? One right answer coming up. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. Oh, do you need to be somewhere? My mistake. Here's your clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Takes it! Well, player 1, you ended up with more cash than player 2, but since both of you ended up below 0, you owe me money. I'll accept checks or money orders made out to... You don't know Jack! Welcome, my name is Cookie, and I'm the only person in this game you can trust. 2 players it is, and here I am, yapping. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for fooling your opponent with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Alright, pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. After consuming antifreeze, a Maltese Terrier in Australia had his life saved when vets then gave him blank to drink. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool your opponent into believing it. If you can't think of anything in time, use the Lie For Me button for half the points. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and touch it on your device. Okay, let's take a look. And then the Maltese Terrier told them what he really thought of them. And that means some of these didn't get picked. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. In autumn 2013, a company that owns parking lots in England temporarily allowed drivers to pay for parking not with money, but with blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, what did everyone pick? And the rest of the board goes unselected. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. On December 3rd, 2009 and March 30th, 2010, rapper Eminem tweeted a photo proving he was surprisingly really good at blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting! Select a category. Okay, here's the question. Chad Orzel wrote the book How to Teach Blank to Your Dog. Type in your lies now. All right, where's the truth? All right, who picked what? Well, don't you feel foolish? Then maybe your dog can teach physics to me. And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. All right, pick a category. No, that's okay, I've got it. Okay, here's the question. One of Kim Jong-il's many titles was Invincible and Ever-Triumphant General and Highest Incarnation of the Revolutionary Comradely blank. Enter your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. Let's see what everybody selected. Well, you guys blew it. Or IAETGAHIOTRCL for short. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. After an allergic reaction to steroids used to treat asthma, a 28-year-old woman started growing blank on her head instead of hair. Type in your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. Now when she wants to look nice, she goes out and gets a mani-pedi. And we're done. Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Dr. Francis M. Fessmeyer's surefire remedy for stopping your hiccups. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. And look what we have here. Strangely, that's also Dr. Fessmeyer's remedy for measles, leukemia, athlete's foot, and baldness. And that means this lie didn't get picked.